What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Bianconeri Zone for a preview. We're gonna change up the schedule today because we were all expecting a big announcement today. Well, there has been kind of a big announcement, but there's no real decision on the 15 points, which is a joke. We know that, but I'm not gonna talk about that in depth in this video. I'm gonna do a live for Julian after this one, so go catch this. In a few hours or rewatch it if you're watching this video later on. So this is going to be a preview video for the Sporting game that we play tomorrow or the day, depending on when you're watching again. Very important game. Probably the biggest game of the season so far at the moment. So we're going to discuss that as usual. Let's go. Okay, so we play Sporting tomorrow, quarterfinals for a place in the semifinal. We have the advantage at the moment. We're 1-0 up in the leg, in the game. We're 1-0 up, and it's up to us now to get it over the line because there are no excuses. I don't want to hear excuses. I don't want to hear, oh, but we will hear tomorrow if you get those 15 points back. Yes or no. It's too big of a game, too important. It's a game that's that important that there are no excuses. You need to win or draw, whatever, but you need to make it to the semifinal. There are absolutely no excuses. I will not make any. So I'll not accept any excuses. It's a must-win game. Now I do know it's not going to be an easy game because who Sporting are, how they play. You might say in the league it's not going as well. Fair enough. But I've seen them play us. I've seen them play Arsenal. They can turn it on whenever they want, and they were very unlucky away to the stadium last week to not get a result out of that game because they deserved a result. They had the better chances. It was their own fault they didn't score. Yes, Petit made two same saves, excuse me, but you should always score from that position. Like, let's be honest. I thought they were the better side for 75% of that game, by far. And that was at our stadium. Now, our away record is better than our home record, which is ridiculous, but it is what it is. So that speaks, or like that helps in our advantage, I would say. But you need to win. You absolutely need to win. Allegri said, that the ruling will not play a part. If you get those 15 points back, yes or no, tomorrow, you just need to put it aside because the game is on. You need to get on with it and you need to win that game. No excuses. So I agree with that. Like it's too big of a game. You cannot be focused on the 15 points because if indeed the 15 points stand or whatever, even if it's a 6, which is also ridiculous, but I'm not going to discuss that now. You still, like, the game is even more important because you need to win it because it becomes very unlikely you will get into the Champions League by the league. So you need to do it winning the Europa League. So that's what Allegri said. Be careful. They beat Arsenal, who are a good team, and they did that deservedly, by the way. So that's that. Then he was asked about the result because 1-0. And shockingly, but he said that before. I think, was it before? I think it was before the game against Nantes away. I think it was, not sure. But he said even then, like, you cannot go out there and play play for a 0-0. You just can't, because if you do that, you're lost. Are we going to do that? Yes. Like, we are going to, like, he can say it, but the evidence is that out there that we will not go for it from the get-go. Also because Sporting will go for it, but we will sit back majority of the game, try to soak up pressure, try to get by, and then pick our moments out here and there. I don't like that. I don't think it's a good idea because if you go down there in that stadium, I think it's over. If you go down early tomorrow, let's say within 50 minutes, it's going to be one of those nights that's going to be painful to watch, which we already have seen this season. So you need to avoid that. Again, you cannot play for a 0-0 because, again, that's too dangerous because I don't think defensively we're good. We're not solid. We had purple patches, but overall, we're not a solid team. Then he talked about who's going to start. Chesney, obviously Alexandro, because he was in the presser. I don't understand why he's back in the team. It was going better, in my opinion, with Gatti, Bremer, and Danilo, because I'm assuming he's gonna play back three again. So no idea why Sandro's getting back into the team, but whatever. Chesney is back. He's gonna start, and then he said he had a doubt, excuse me, in midfield and up top. Up top, it's Chiesa. So I'm not sure if he's gonna start, which again, I don't get. And I think points towards it's gonna be 3-5-2, Kostic, the usual guys, Quadrado, Di Maria behind Vlahovic, and Rabiot, Locatelli, probably Fagioli, and the rest is known. So I don't like that, but yeah, it is what it is. I guess. Then he said the same usual stuff. We need to play technically better, with more personality, blah blah blah. All those things he have said for months, years now, and it's not showing. So it's like a tape you put on and you just put on repeat. It's the same thing. It's not gonna happen. You can say it as many times if you want. We're not technical. We have no idea on the pitch where to go with possession most of the time. So that's not going to flip tomorrow, especially not away from home in that hostile environment. So the usual stuff, play technically. Don't make mistakes, like the standard coaching 101 stuff you need to say. But we know probably it's not going to happen. Then he talked about you need to win it, because it's easy, not the easiest, but it's the shortest way into the Champions League back, basically. Which is true, at this moment in time, by the looks of it. But yeah, I have, under pressure, not much to add. Like, it's very straightforward. You know what the assignment is tomorrow. You got away with a win last week, but you need to take it. Take it and run with it. And tomorrow, make it happen. No excuses. I don't want to hear players coming out saying, oh, this, oh, that, or unlucky, or this and that. Nah, you need to beat Sporting. I'm sorry. With all due respect to Sporting, and I gave them my respect many times, I expect us to beat Sporting over two legs. I do. In the Europa League, I absolutely do. I expect us to be in the semi-final. Do I believe it's gonna happen? No, I don't believe we're gonna make it out. I actually don't believe, but I expect us, in terms of that's the expectation. There's no excuse. You need to make it happen tomorrow, but I don't really believe it. That's why my prediction is gonna be we're gonna lose 2-0. Ever since the World Cup break, I think everybody can agree with it. It has been really poor, and especially going forward, like we don't show throughout 90 minutes that we are a dangerous team, that we can score whenever we want. We don't show that because we create so little, like so few chances. It's ridiculous. If you saw yesterday Napoli, it's unbelievable how many touches they take on the box. Even Milan on the counter, it's clean. It's with a clear idea. With us, it's not. So I'm not confident because of those things. I haven't seen us play a good game ever since the World Cup. It's been terrible. Like, the Sassuolo game is still fresh in mind. It was terrible. Like, unwatchable. If you do that, if you play like that tomorrow, the game is over at halftime already. That could be easily happening tomorrow. Let's be completely honest. The way we are playing and the way we're moving and how fragile this team is, you have players crying. You have players coming out saying we're learning still in year 2 or whatever year it is, end of the season. It could be very easily happening tomorrow. It could be, well, I butchered that, but it could be, or it can be that tomorrow at halftime, it could already be 2-0. And nobody would be shocked or surprised because we've seen this happening already this season before, where at halftime you're like, this is done. We're not going to come back from it. Even 1-0, you're like, oh. And if you look at the stats, when we go down, it's not looking good, because we're a very reactionary team and we react based on not, oh, we pushed them back, we pinned them back. It's just all pumping the ball forward, like Danilo actually admitted, very direct, quote unquote, long balls, all those things. So I don't believe we're gonna win. I hope and I expect. The expectation is you need to win, but I don't believe it. The last 4 or 5 games have been really, really poor. That's the poorest stretch of the season, including the games we lost, in my opinion. That stretch where we lost games, because now we look very powerless, toothless, and very fragile. So let's see how that will go. My hot take is I don't have a hot take if you lose 2-0. If I believe we're going to lose 2-0, I'm not optimistic for this game. maybe tomorrow morning it will change, but I doubt it. But again, let's see. You never know. Maybe they might surprise us again for once. But let me know in the comments what you think about the game tomorrow. Are you confident result wise? All those things. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new, hit that bell notification, go check out the live. We'll go over what happened today, and then tomorrow match day stuff, and then from Friday to Sunday I'm out. I'm going to the Napoli game, so it's gonna be Justin with a daily, Julian with a preview, and with a match reaction, also Julian. So stay tuned for that as well. And yeah, we'll see you again tomorrow after the game, or after no today for the live. Sorry, ciao.